Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentlemen podcast for Wednesday, June 23rd. I'm your host, Scott Labrie, and joined alongside me, we have Uncle Teabag, Tyler Sund.
Hello.
And we have all day Eric DeShane as well.
Hello.
We're back here in Uncle Teabag's Tavern, and we're going to be talking about online games back in the day, how it all began. The meteor hit the earth and life was created, all that stuff, you know.
Internet was given to us.
Yeah.
Mere mortals.
Al Gore invented the internet.
Yeah.
On the 8th day, he said, let there be internet.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll just get right into it. Well, hold on for one thing.
Okay.
I guess I didn't ask how you guys are doing today.
Oh, it's hot today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's warm right now.
I had to buy a fan today. It's bad. But it's nice down here in Teabag's Tavern. It's quite cool.
In the tavern, yeah. Dungeon Tavern, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Nice and cool down
Cool,
here.
damp, and dusk.
Yeah. Moisturous, but cool. It's weird.
Yeah.
There might be something going on leaking up here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm feeling pretty happy because just before coming here, I learned that it was the NBA draft lottery tonight.
Oh,
And Toronto Raptors got the number 4 pick in the draft, baby.
oh nice.
We're going to be real deadly. So I'm pretty pumped.
Oh, yeah. And then Carly finally got her computer back. We can get back to online shenanigans
Yes.
again. Speaking of online.
Yeah,
So
that
she's
was
pretty
an
excited.
ordeal.
That was an ordeal. Yeah, she. I'm just gonna see how long she keeps on her painting with the Warhammer models now that now that she's got her computer back.
Yeah.
So what happened to modeling? Oh yeah, it wasn't for me. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Possibly.
But she'll be excited for that.
How long was it gone? Like almost a month?
A month and a bit. Yeah.
Nothing a bit,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a while for her.
Well, by the
Crazy.
time we found out what was wrong with it, and then by the time we got a reply from warranty, shipped it down to California and waited for that. Had to threaten them with bad reviews before they. Oh yeah, we're working on it. Sorry. And then, yeah, it's amazing how much you can
Yep.
sway people by threatening with bad reviews.
Right.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's like your opinion matters. It's weird.
All right, well, there you go. But yes, now we're being able to go back to playing online. And speaking of online, what was the first game you guys played online? Do you remember?
I remember online, my very, very first online game, I think it was still dial-up. I'm pretty sure it was at my grandparents' place, and I was told to check out Stick Death. You ever heard of Stick Death?
Oh my God, yes.
You remember Stick Death?
I remember
They had
Stick
little
Death.
movies
Yep.
that you would watch. It's like literally Stickmen, the green versus blue, all the
Yep.
time. They just hated each other, and it was just super vulgar, super violent, and just out of control. And then one of the first games that came out, the guy that made Stick Death videos, came out with that sniping game
Yep.
where there's a bank robbery going on, and you literally had to click at the right second because it's like you're watching like from a scope, and if you hit at the wrong time, the hostages would be killed. You had to start all the way from the beginning. It was literally all about timing, and it was just like it was so stressful.
Yep.
And like it wasn't even rewarding when you got to like I don't even know if I beat it, to be honest with you. It was impossible.
Yeah,
It was amazing. One of
Such a
those-
quick reaction time game where if you were just that millisecond off, game over. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is so cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no area of forgiveness. There was that one, and we were playing that one where it was like you raid a drug house, and you go through each doorway, and it's the same idea there too. It's
You're with a SWAT team and you
Yeah.
go into this crack house and then you're like you got a gun and you're like running inside and you got to like click at the right time and
it's
click
all
on the
one
right people.
big QTE game. It was big for this is what early 2000s, so
Yeah.
it was way ahead of its time for something like that. To
Oh,
see,
for
right?
sure.
For sure. Yeah.
And like if you clicked on a certain spot on somebody, like that part actually blew off with the shotgun
Yeah.
too. Like, well, it's Stickman. It's like literally like 2 or 3 pieces that you could possibly hit, but
yeah.
it was pretty cool actually.
I
It was pretty
remember
sweet.
Lots of times in the library playing that game. I remember that.
Oh,
I seen
yeah.
you guys playing it. That's our class playing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time with that.
Yeah, the videos. I remember each time there was a new video, like you'd watch one, and then you'd have to wait about 5 minutes for the next one to load up,
yeah.
and it was only like a minute
Yeah.
video, and then you'd have to wait and then watch it. Yeah, dial up, man.
Dial-up was brutal. That was a
Yeah.
big thing for a long time because I never played anything else really because of those little flash games. Because
Yeah,
I mean, I remember seeing the option for like on Command and Conquer and StarCraft to play online, but we never could do it though,
Right.
Because the dial-up was just so.
It was so bad.
You couldn't do it. Yeah.
well, yeah, we lived out in
Out in the
acreages
sticks.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just had dial up. If somebody was on the phone, it would cut off the internet.
Hmm.
It was terrible. Those were dark times. Dark ages.
times.
The dark
So
ages.
we had a lot more LAN parties than online parties for sure growing up. So yeah.
Yeah, split screen and stuff.
But,
But
yeah.
online, like actual legit online gaming. One of the first ones I ever played, I think, was Command and Conquer Red Alert 2, I think, was the first one I ever played online for the first time. And I remember I got slayed so bad. And I thought I was so good. I'm like, oh, I could take on 7 AI. I can take on 7 armies on like hard. No problem. I'm going to be able to take on somebody. And within like 5 minutes, he had me. I was done. Like, because they were so quick. And with hotkeys, I never used hotkeys. Like, you click A to do stuff, like, and you just go. Like, these guys, like, there's a rude awakening for me. It's crazy.
For me, probably wouldn't be until I got my Xbox 360 for the first time, and then I finally got Halo 3. So that's when I was finally able to afford, not only afford the console, but have my own, my own place, had internet, full high-speed internet too as well. So had access to that. Finally, I was finally able to play like an actual online game against other people too. That was probably that was maybe 2008, I want to say. Okay. Yeah, not till then, pretty much until after I graduated, where I was able to finally play online. All the stuff were either just single player or against bots or whatever else, but never really online. No. So,
yeah.
I want to say, I think mine also might have been Halo 3 because even though I only had a PlayStation 3, I went over to my friend's house and he had, I think first the Halo 3 beta on Crackdown or whatever.
Oh yeah.
We played that. And I think I just sucked at that, so I was like, yeah, whatever. And I never really was in playing like online games at all until I think the full release came out of Halo 3, and then I went over, and we'd hang out like every weekend or so, and like still just getting my crap pushed in. We'd always play shotties and snipers a lot of time too, and I was like, oh man, I just sucked. And like finally, I had like one good game where I did good, and I was just like, something just like clicked in my brain. I'm like, ooh, I like this.
That's all it takes, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I remember when Call of Duty first came out, or the Modern Warfare game, the very first Modern Warfare came out, and I was playing that online, and I had one good round where my kill-death ratio was above, like, I had more kills than I had deaths for the first time. It was a lot of playing, but it was just like, fuck yeah, man. Like, this is where it's at, man. Because I gave up almost on the whole online. I'm like, there's too many people that are just way too good, and it just totally turned me off. But... yeah, then you do one good game, frick, man. You're just like, you just feel like a Superman.
On top of the world.
I guess that with the first one. Modern Warfare 2 was my experience with that. I was like, yeah, I'll
follow. Oh, Modern Warfare 2 was a
and
whole...
when I had those good games, like, oh man, this is a drug, man. I can do all this all day.
See, I found it was way more balanced in Modern Warfare 2 for me. Like, you found people that were more your level, and then, what's that one where you're playing on the map? And it's like Wasteland or something like that. It's like it's all open on around, and then there's like a long hedge, and then there's like a little underground tunnel in the middle of the map. What the fuck's the name of that map? And everybody used to go down in there with riot shields. Hey.
Yeah. And then the tunnel part.
Yeah, the tunnel part. Yeah. And then people would just be on the outside with machine guns and just shooting into it and just hitting people. Like, not even like... you're just calling in airstrikes. And it's just a fucking
right over
mess.
top of it. Oh, yeah,
people are just running in, throwing fucking grenades, and it's just a shit show, man. Yeah. It was so much fun. I spent so many hours playing that.
That game, yeah.
That was fun.
That was probably the online experience of all time for me. That was like really got me into like, okay, this could be more than just a game. This could be a whole like... experience with everybody else too.
Yeah, you got friends over, and you play it. You hook up a couple TVs, couple PlayStations. You have some pop and chips too. Like, this is before I was even like heavy into the drinking. It wasn't shortly before that, but yeah, it was just like, man, it's just like something to look forward to.
Yep.
You Friday night on the weekends, that's all you did all weekend. You just fucking hammered down on Call of Duty and whatever. God, man, those were the days. It was so much fun. Just nerding out.
Yeah, it took me a little while to get into Call of Duty. Which is kind of crazy because I'm like the most into Call of Duty out of all.
And you're like that. Now you're just like, oh yeah, new Cold War 2. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck Call of Duty. Every year there's 2 games that come out. It's like, stop.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
But yeah, like mostly because, I had the PlayStation 3, which I mean, you could have gotten Call of Duty. Yep. I think I did have COD 4 on there, but I never played it online or anything like that. And then... in high school, we had our in Elk Point, we had our gamers club or whatever,
right?
Which would every lunchtime we just had Xbox 360s that we got to set up with. There were like 3 or 4 of them in the computer lab.
Yeah.
So we got to like do LAN parties like at lunchtime every lunch, which was pretty awesome. We would have had that, man. So we
always kind of did.
We had like Halo 3, and that's all we played was just Halo 3 for the most part.
Oh yeah. And
then eventually it was like. Yeah, I started hearing like more and more people, like my classmates, talk about Modern Warfare 2. I'm like, I didn't end up getting it, and then Black Ops came out, and then I was like, all right, I'll jump on board with Black Ops.
And you were just like,
and I was like, watching fucking YouTube videos of gun breakdowns of how many rounds per minute guns fire, what attachments do what, and it's like, oh, did you know if you put this kind of grip on this gun, it actually for some reason causes a glitch to up the RPM on this gun for some reason, and it's like, I was like, well, now I have an advantage now because
nobody knows about
exactly.
it, right? Oh my dear God!
I was watching those too as well.
Oh, yeah.
I never did.
Yeah,
I
did. Yeah. No, Black Ops was another one too.
Black
multiplayer.
Ops.
Because when I came out, I was in university at the time, and I was living in residence, and we had like a whole block party pretty much. Like, it was everybody just bring their computers down to or games down to the lobby or like the bigger rec areas, and just bring your TVs and just make a big ass LAN party. It was fucking awesome for that.
Yeah.
16 versus 16. Oh yeah, it was full squads going at it. It was fun.
Yeah.
That one in Battlefield, but yeah, no, I remember in high school. There was a year after you graduated. It's my grade 12 year. I was the not assistant. What are they called? Work experience for the computer lab.
Yeah.
So I learned the code to get into the computers and unlock them because those were set up where if you install the install system, it would refresh after reboots, right? So I was able to install games. When I installed StarCraft and Red Alert 2, without the teachers knowing it. So we had like your brother Zach's class would come in, or my class would come in. We used game all during computer class because I had all the games pre-installed ready to go on every computer there. So that was computer classes were like a waste of time pretty much because we just fucking game.
Oh, I remember StarCraft. We used to play that in there, and we'd have to get like random key generators like for installing the game.
Yeah.
You'd have to keep getting a new one. Every time you come in, it's like, oh, it's all uninstalled. You got to start over again. Yeah, every time. So you'd spend like the first part of it, like we'd try to get to computer class like early so that we'd get as much gaming as we could. Yeah. And our teacher was like, I don't care if you guys are playing games, as long as you got 5 modules completed by the end of the year, I don't care. And if the teacher's coming, you got to be able to switch to actual work because it's my ass on the line. I was like, you got it, buddy. No problem. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, John, he was good for that.
Yeah, good old John.
John's popping. Yeah,
Love that guy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. We'll have to bleep his name so he doesn't get in trouble.
I
don't even think he's there anymore.
No, he's in Edmonton now.
Okay.
I ran into a few years ago. We saw he's in Edmonton.
I remember we used to go to the movie theater and he'd be there by himself.
Yep.
That guy was just there's nobody that was on his level, man, ever. I'm just like, man, this is an interesting guy. Thinking about it now, it's like, man, we would be like,
I ran into him a few
we'd all
years
be
ago
best friends.
at Reese's Hamburg, and he was there watching when Malik was playing and had a great visit with him. I haven't seen him for 10 years
Super
almost.
nice guy,
awesome
man.
Nice guy, yeah. So
super chill guy. Yeah. He's almost like a Seth Rogen kind of looking guy.
Yeah,
almost. Like he looked a lot and kind of like the same. I don't know.
It was good shit.
Anyway, not to veer off too far from the topic,
it was good
but
shit.
Yeah.
Computer class, man. That was the cat ass back in the day, yeah.
Like, yeah, that'd be the same with our first LAN parties or whatever. We were in computer class or during lunchtime. And for us it was, I think it started with Age of Empires 2. We played that a lot. And at first it would be, we would go to a website called like freedemodownloads.com and we'd just download the demo of it and just install it real quickly and then play a LAN party using the demo.
Right.
And then we figured out how to get like a CD crack and put it on the like assignments drive of the thing, so it was like shared around the whole entire school. So no matter what computer you went to, you could
just go to the shared file
and copy it off of there and put it on the computer.
Yeah.
And then so we did that, and then we also played this game called Outlaws, which was like a first-person shooter. Kind of looks like Doom almost, but it's like an old Western kind of style. Okay. And we play that a lot, and that was a lot of fun because it was just kind of interesting. There's a bunch of different guns. You had your revolver, so you could just click to shoot it, or you can press like Q, and then they would like hit the hammer just to like quick fire it.
Yeah.
There's like rifles, dynamite, that sort of thing, like throwing knives, but you could also press Q to like just stab, and like it'd be like a one shot if you can stab somebody and stuff like that. So like there was a Native American like and there was a bunch of different characters that you could pick, and each would have like different starting loadouts.
Right.
So like the Native American guy would like start with knives and I think like a revolver or something like that. But like for a while there, like it was interesting because that was like almost like before I knew what the word meta meant. Like we were understanding there's a meta to the game where it's like it kept evolving. Like for a while, it's like, yeah, definitely the rifle's the best because it can shoot fire. That all of a sudden is like, well, you actually run pretty fast in this game, and if you move side to side a lot, and you just get the knife, you can quickly stab people. So people were starting to pick the Native American more and more, and like you just get mad. You're like, fucking Chief No Balls coming over here.
Chief No Balls.
They're just getting so mad that like eventually you learn how like the counter of that, and it's just kind of interesting.
That's the one thing now is understanding the meta of whatever's online now.
Yeah.
Because nowadays it's like I don't even want to like I'm scared to go online because those people who know the meta by heart and everything too, it's like okay, now it's no fun no more because now you just know every cheese move. And,
Exactly. You have to like we were talking about like starting up playing Call of Duty Warzone again. It's like, okay, I'm for sure I'm gonna have to be like, all right, what's the gun to look out for and pick up because that's the gun to go to and stuff.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Even like when quick scoping was a big thing,
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how they were doing it.
Me either.
I never could figure it out, but it'd just be like headshot. I'm like, where'd that even come from? I don't even know what's happening. It's just like, and you see the replay. It's just like he's not even bringing the gun up yet. It's just like fucking poof, headshot, poof, headshot, poof. I'm like, you cock sucker. Switching lobbies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sensitivity 10. like
Yeah,
just
exactly.
nuts. Yeah.
360 no scope. Fuck you.
360. Oh, baby, a triple. That's a different thing, but that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Well, even before that, when I had first moved out, used to just have split screen mode, man.
Yeah.
That used to be the way to go, and then we'd have like. We'd like beat the shit out of each other if we saw each other's screen looking. You screen looker! Fuck you! I just punched each other. You stuck it on my screen. That's why you won. Fuck you! I didn't do that. And it's just like you see their head turn. It's like you just want to just clock them in the side of the head.
You can always tell too. It's like, oh, all of a sudden you just turned around for some reason at that point.
Oh, you knew exactly where I was hiding? Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah.
Even in like Red Faction. Have you ever heard of Red Faction?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where it's like one of the first big games where like the entire environment's destructible. Yeah. So like I'd be playing with a friend of mine at the time. He had introduced me to the game. And you can actually get like the rail gun that can see through walls. And I remember because like Eraser had come out, the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and these guns had like rail magnetic shells that could shoot through anything, like a freaking laser beam. And in the game, you can see through like an X-ray vision of wherever people are. So like on the one map where you're on like these two towers, and there's like 3 levels on it, I guess, and like there's like rocket launchers and stuff like that too. And one of the fun things that I used to do is I would take a rocket launcher and shoot into the side of the wall and like make myself a tunnel all the way around to his side of the fucking tower, and then get him because he'd be like, "How'd you get on my side? I didn't even see you cross the main thing." Blah 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 blah. So I don't know. And then he looked over at my screen and saw what I was doing, and then he was just standing there waiting for me. I'm like, "You fucker, yeah, you cheater, man."
Yeah, screen lookers, man.
Screen lookers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like camping. Fucking campers.
Yeah.
Oh, so many good memories of doing that.
Was there a certain game that caused you to rage the most?
Caused me to rage the most online is probably like the strategy games, honestly, because my heart would be just hammering because you'd be playing against somebody you don't know who they are or what their level is. Because going against somebody like, playing first-person shooters, it's like, whatever. Somebody can clip you, somebody can shoot, whatever. If it's like a one-on-one game, then the stress level's like really high because it's just you and the other person. It's all you. It's not your team. It's just you. And that whole thing just escalates. And my anxiety used to be pretty high when I'd be playing strategy games, but it never used to be because I used to think that I was so good at it. And I'm like, I'll just wax this guy, whatever. It's probably some other kid who's just playing for the first time. I'll just kick the shit out of him. It'll be good, right? And then I would just get annihilated. And I'd be like, this is fucking bullshit. And I would just like slam my mouse or whatever. Like StarCraft was really bad for that. And I used to like have this tactic where I'd just do like a Zerg rush. So then I'd start training my Zerglings really, really quickly because you can hatch so many so fast and just send them. Like, they're weak and they're cheap. And you basically spend all your resources. It's a very risky strategy, but you send, your entire population cap really quickly against the enemy. And they have like a couple workers at like maybe one Terran Marine and that's it. And then they're fucked, right?
Yeah.
So then it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna do that all the time. So then people started picking up on it. Like, this is what a lot of Zerg players do. So you can actually take your buildings and put them in front of the ramps that the Zergs can't get it through. And they have to, like, hit through them and cause, like, a barrier. And then they put the Marines behind it and just freaking slaughter you like fish in a barrel, man. Like, nothing. So it's like, now I'm out of money. And then they can actually descend the buildings into the ground so that it's like a walkway so they can come out and then come and attack you. And then you're fucked. And that used to make me rage, man. I'm like, what the hell? What? How did he know he's cheating? He's cheating. And I'm like, fuck, freaking out. Just, it was that one, big time. I used to rage a lot. And then Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
World at War, I think. Or which one was that?
World War II.
World War II. Yeah, you and I were playing, and I remember playing on.
Oh,
Ooh, that used to piss me off. The battleship level. Holy fuck, man! How did he even hit me? This is crap. I shot him first. Like when you shot him first. And
Yeah, World War II wasn't the best Call of Duty.
it was not. It was very frustrating. It was fun. Like the missions were fun and stuff. The zombies mode was awesome, but I don't know, man. The multiplayer, I just sucked. Then Scott, he'd get like 25 and 7, whatever. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I just couldn't do nothing on that.
That's because you're a distraction for them, maybe. I don't know.
Soaking up all the bullets all the time.
my meat shield, go to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. With Call of Duty, it all depends on the lobby you get into, right?
Yeah, that's true.
This is true.
I'll be good at some games, and then there's some where it's just like I can't even, ask for a kill or something like that. It's like, what the hell's happening? It's like, did I get into like the sweatiest lobby ever or something?
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Exactly. And then the worst is when you go to switch lobbies and you wind up right back in the same one again, or you're in one that's just as bad, or you're just having an off night. Oh, man.
Battlefield 3 was my game for that because it was like that too as well. You get into the worst lobbies and you just go there and man, this sucks. Go somewhere different. So you go and go to the new one, same one again. It's the same 3 people that just spawn camping the whole freaking time. Or they're snipers up atop the roofs who just pepper you from the top. You're so far away you can't shoot them, but they know exactly where you're going to spawn and how you're going to be. You're dead in the zone right now.
Oh, yeah. Spawn campers, man. Frick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 was better, but 3 was really bad.
Yeah.
Battlefield 3 was, I remember getting to that and thinking, like, oh, that won't be too bad. 4 was better. 3 was just,
Yeah.
It's the worst kind of cheese.
Yeah. Camping definitely is the thing that drives me the most insane because, like, to me, like, as soon as it happens, it's like, you can't understand how they're having fun. It's like, how's that fun to you? So it's like, not only is like, you get mad because like now it's ruining your fun, but also like they're not having fun.
No, they're having fun because it's ruining your fun.
Exactly.
That's
so
why
like,
it's fun for
fucking
because trolling is fun.
Yep.
They're
that's not
trolling
even
you.
like they're not even actively trolling. Like I used to troll like on Call of Duty, like playing Black Ops on like gun game and stuff like that. I just run around like not even try like just with a starting pistol and just like go around knifing people and stuff like that.
Just taking away all
This
their.
is to get them down one, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, because it would revert back to the previous.
Get demoted and
Fuck.
That's good.
especially when like if they have a headset on.
Yeah.
Oh man, you get just like, stop it! Just like you're fucking gay, and like just get like so mad at you, and you're just like cackling.
That's funny. That's good. That's
pretty good.
that's a good troll. But yeah,
That's funny because that's not like a cheat. You're just
No.
go around.
Yeah.
fuck
But
with
like
people.
also, it's like I'm not playing to win. I'm just playing to fucking
troll people.
Yeah,
That's so funny, man.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Fucking.
Oh my god.
or sticks and stones. You had the
Throwing knives?
tomahawk.
Tomahawk.
If you tomahawk somebody, it bankrupts some of their points and stuff like
Right.
that.
That's
That was always a fun mode, like because always at the end, because it always like highlights the person in
that's
first
about
place.
to win.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody's rushing over there and just chucking tomahawks at them and stuff like that. And you just get like the last second tomahawk and just you're
You gotta start from the beginning again.
Lose their mind.
That is the worst. That's funny. So you're gonna say what were some of the usernames?
Yeah, like what's your guys' screen names? Like, if you had multiple, and how'd you get them? Or
I have two that are my go-to. When I was playing online for the first time, right around like Red Alert and stuff, I remember getting Battlefield 2142, the futuristic one, and it was the same as my email at the time too, as Colonel Titties.
yeah,
So then I used to play. So when you play on like a war map or like a Titan operation, so basically you got these two big flying Titans, and you gotta basically board their Titan and do these objectives inside. It's kind of like Battlefront when you go into there and you gotta blow up their reactors and then the ship comes out.
Yeah.
It's the same exact same idea. Yeah. Well, it's all EA. It's the same formula since the beginning. But anyway, so if you're playing as the commander, like you can choose to want to play, and then people can vote yes or no if they want you to be the commander or whatever. So then if you were the commander, you can start off with whatever kit you want, but you also have abilities to send drones to scout the area and look for hidden people, and then launch orbital strikes where people are requesting orbital strikes and stuff. And so basically you could just like sit there with an overview of the map and just click on things. And I thought that I was having fun doing that. A lot of people are like, man, that's the most boring role you could ever play. You just sit there and just drop support and whatever, right? And somebody was like, hey, we need an orbital strike over here. Hey, colonel, what's a colonel? And they're like, dude, it's Colonel Titties. And it's like, oh, he's not even a colonel. It's like I'm like private, first class, whatever, level 2. And I'm just like, fuck, what a bunch of losers, man. Losers. He's not even a colonel yet. Yeah, I need an orbital strike, man. What are you doing? And I'm like helping people that are actually doing something like for the objective.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys are just, wish I could just drop it on top of you. Just get rid of you guys. Yeah,
awesome.
That was fun. And then the other one is Slick Gumby.
Slick Gumby.
Slick Gumby. Yeah.
And you're just a big fan of Gumby?
No, that was my nickname when I worked at Weatherford.
Oh.
They said that I looked like Gumby, tall, lanky, bendy, clay thing, I guess. Okay. So then they put a green sticker on my hard hat one day, and then they put an actual printed picture of Gumby on my locker, and that was my locker, Gumby's locker. So they used to call me Gumby. So then another online, I had 3 actually. I had another one that was called Gumby T1000. So I was like, what if Gumby was like the liquid metal? You could like go through stuff. That would be kind of cool. I was like trying to like draw what his avatar would look like and stuff. And I'm just not a good artist, but I thought that would be kind of cool. Gumby T1000 is I think that's my current one. Slick Gumby and Gumby T1000 are my ones that I use. I think on StarCraft it's Slick Gumby and then everything else is Gumby T1000.
I've seen Slick Gumby before, but I've seen Gumby T1000.
Gumby T1000 is my usual like for PlayStation and stuff, and then on the Call of Duty. But
yeah. Mine, I usually go with whatever. Like Rick is always my nickname growing up with that. So if you're wondering, I was still Big Rick Swinging.
Big Rick Swinging.
I
Yeah,
love that one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, that's my go-to one pretty much. I think I'm trying to think of the ones I had. I think this is regular Big Rick is all the one too as well, but yeah, nothing really else. My original Xbox one I think was this Eric Deshane. I think I even have a username with that one back then. Wow. Yeah, I know. I did nothing really special, but then I'm like, I should change my name because I don't want my name flash. I want a little more privacy with that, right? So I thought of nicknames like, well, Rick's not much of a stretch, but it's different still. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. My first kind of one was Bloody Spartan 19. That was my first one.
Yep.
And I got that, like, the first time I ever used that was, I was playing, like, this online kind of, like, Flash game or whatever, where it's, like, you were, like, a little tank, and it was, like, 3D and stuff like that, and you drove the tank around and shot, like, balls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was just, like, you put whatever name in there for your, in the match or whatever, and I can't remember, I put something in at first, and then went back to play it the next day, and I was like, okay, I don't know what name to put. And I remember this was like probably like grade 6 or grade 7. I was like, I really enjoyed like Greek mythology, and like God of War came out, and I was like really big fan of that game. And I think like 300 was also coming around at that time too. So I was like, yeah, Bloody Spartan in 19 was like the number I had for like most sports and stuff like that. So it's like Bloody Spartan 19. And then I remember playing that game, and then like there was like the text chat in there. He's like, ready for battle, Spartan? Somebody said like that, and I was just like, yeah. And so that said, like, that stuck after that, and then most people for a while thought it was like, especially playing on Xbox, like, thought I was like a Halo fan. It's like, nah, not really. That wasn't really from Halo at all.
Right.
And then after, I just recently changed it, like, not too long ago, like, after a couple of years, where I was like, yeah, time to retire the Bloody Spartan name, because I started going by, like, Scoticus, which was like a nickname I had from work or whatever. My boss,
Scoticus.
Yeah, would call me Scoticus.
Scoticus, yeah.
So I tried registering that one, and of course it was taken. So it was like Scoticus 19 on a couple things, and then eventually morphed into King Scoticus,
which is awesome.
Which is what I have now. So
nice.
Scoticus.
Yeah.
I think I'm due for a new nickname nowadays. I'm not getting a little sick of Rick, so.
Rick.
I'm trying to think of one now.
Big Rick Swinging, so good though.
Big Rick Swinging is amazing. Oh, here goes Big Rick Swinging. Remember playing PUBG, man?
Yeah.
Oh, here goes Big Rick Swinging. With the SKS.
Sorry, I forgot. I do have a newer one. I only used it in Warzone because I needed a nickname for Warzone, which was the JFK Experience.
Oh, yes. I remember that one.
That one was pretty good.
Fuck.
Fucking headshots all day.
Back and to the left.
Back and to the left. Yes. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, one more thing here, I guess. What's the biggest like online gaming like win or like big memory that you have or something like that? That
When we won Ring of Elysium, I think.
Yeah.
Ring of Elysium?
Yeah,
I think that was one of our biggest accomplishments, our biggest victory. And then PUBG, dude.
PUBG.
Yeah.
you guys
I was
won it.
gonna
I
say
wasn't there
I
for
think
that
PUBG
one.
is probably the biggest, though. It was the
That's
most
bigger, I
epic
would
because I
say.
did not.
Yeah.
That game was just like it was a late game too, and we were just flawless, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I threw that wild grenade and
Yeah,
it just changed everything.
Yeah, it was like,
It's
especially
fucking
like,
incredible.
because we like sometimes we got close and be like,
Yeah.
all right, there's one guy left,
Second.
and you're just like down to yourself, and you're just like your heart's just going, boop, 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 like it's beating out of your chest.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
just like- and then you like, of course, like you get killed, and it's like I should have threw the grenade, and
Yeah.
you're just like,
And you're just like, fuck.
and it just like kills you. It's like,
Yeah.
but that one time we played the game when I think it was like me, you, and Jagger, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
And yeah, you got that 4-kill multi-kill with the grenade.
Yeah, I threw a grenade over a hill, and there was a guy in like 4 guys behind a truck.
Yeah.
Or in the truck. I don't even know what happened, honestly. I just saw like the explosion and it said 4 kills. I'm like, what the fuck? And he going, there's just
the hell?
their bags, like their crates are everywhere. We're just like, and there's like a smoldering fucking Jeep. I'm like, nice. Because I heard the gunshots. I'm like, I'm just going to fucking toss one over this hill. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just for shits and giggles. Because who knows, right? And then boom.
That was like the desert map, and I remember getting to like the last
Yeah.
circle. So like if people never played PUBG or any battle royale,
It's basically out of 100 people at the start.
yeah. So it's I think it's playing 4 players, so we're always at a disadvantage if we don't have a full team, right? So
Yeah.
is us 3, and then we got to the very circle. So map shrinks slower and slower throughout the game,
Yeah.
and then it was like 1 versus 3. So he was like, okay, we have the advantage. The circle is like here. It's like he's got to be up on top of the hill. And I remember I'm just like, and then I think we're like, all right, let's go get him. I'm like, whoa. It's like, all right, let's be tactical. It's like,
Because if you rush, some of these guys
it's
are.
like
fucking-
yeah, like they might, if we just go on a line, you never know. Right? It's like, all right, why don't you go up the left side? Why don't we go up the right side? Why don't we go up the middle? And then like, yeah. Like,
pincer maneuver.
pincer maneuver. I think like he downed like Jagger, and I think I got him or something like that. And
Yeah.
I just like exploded. I was like,
our
yes,
la-
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
He's smashing his desk, and then our landlord at the time messages like, "Everything okay down there? You guys having a fight?" And Scott's like, "Yeah, bang, 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 bang." Yeah, and I'm like, "Yeah." We're like, "Fuck yeah, fuck you, bitch." Yes.
Weeks of playing this game, never winning. Like,
Never
Never.
winning.
I've never won that
First
game.
win. That's a big accomplishment, though. Like that's a
Yeah.
huge thing because you're the best out of like 100 people.
Yeah.
It's like you fucking rights, man. Yeah.
And then yeah, we won plenty of times in Ring of Elysium, but
Really,
that first time
the
was
first
pretty
one was
good.
pretty good.
That was cool.
sweet. Yeah.
Ring of Elysium is more epic of a win though
Yeah.
too, because
Yeah.
there's like a cutscene and everything. It's like you're on the helicopter and you're waiting. It's like, come on, man, you can do it. Get on the helicopter,
Yeah.
and your guy's just running, getting fucking shot at by like 8 different people. You gotta get on the chopper, and then
It's like, I'm going,
the blizzard's
just
coming.
Get
go,
on your
I'm going
snowboard. He's like, no.
Yeah, yeah, it's so funny.
Oh yeah.
We gotta play those games
I
again.
know. I do.
We need to do
Yeah.
another one, a new PUBG one. I think Carly would like that, and we'll have a live
Yeah.
or a little video
Stream it,
compilation or
yeah.
something again.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mini Winter's playing that.
Yes.
Good times.
And I think the next big online game we're all looking forward to is Battlefield coming out later this
Ooh,
year.
yeah, yeah.
That'll be good.
That's gonna be something for
Four-person
sure.
Squad game, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Online games.
Online games. There you have it.
Keeping you out of trouble.
Connecting
Yeah.
friends over distances.
That's
What's wrong
right.
with that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's going to do it for today's podcast. Thank you so much for listening and watching. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're listening on a podcast service, give us a rating, a positive one, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And subscribe to the feed, and then head over to our Facebook page, like the page, and ask us a Would You Rather question for our Would You Rather special coming up on Monday.
Yes.
And yeah, we got a couple so far, so that's kind of nice.
gonna be good.
Yeah. Until then, we'll be back here Friday. We'll see you later.
See ya.
See you guys.